are these people?
Excuse me. Welcome. Another episode, Angel in the Afternoon. I'm Angel Rivera alongside Alex Knight and I forgot. Hold on, Miss Witchy. Perfect.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to have my dad go get us some sunscreen because my son and I are going to the pool on Sunday and Monday, and without
Oh,
sunscreen, we would look like lobsters.
yeah, that's very similar because I'm going to a picnic on Sunday before SummerSlam night too. So, I had any sunscreen too, or else I'll look similar. So, yep. Welcome. Hopefully, David from Deconstructing Topics podcast will join us momentarily. He didn't confirm one way or another, so we'll see if he's able to join us. But it's the three of us, and how are we doing?
Hanging in, hanging on.
Yeah, yeah, I completely understand that. So yeah, we got a lot. Oops, we got a lot to talk about today. Um, we got to talk about CEOs openly, proudly admitting that they cannot wait until AI and androids become enough so they can get rid of all their human workers. So we're gonna discuss that, which honestly, it's at this point not surprising. I mean,
Yeah, I mean
Trump
it's gonna
Trump has
happen.
gotten rid of all AI regulations. Basically, they are going to build out these AI and androids they're gonna be in mass production within the next 5 or 10 years
Also,
within our
Trump said
lifetime.
that he's ready to go to war with Russia. So,
Yeah, I think I did see that. I think that's more posturing. I mean, I don't think they'll actually attack Russia for what? Because Medvedev ran his mouth a little bit. I don't think
I
so.
quote tweeted it and tagged Donald Trump Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard to say, "This is our peace president, right? Right?"
Yep. Oh, that too. I mean, but I think that's more posturing than anything. But yeah, Trump did send a couple of nuclear submarines to the Russian area there, to into Russian waters. So, yep, it's like we go again. It's more escalation with Russia, even though the White House or the president promised that no, I'm going to end all the wars. Not going to end anything. Let's see.
The bad
So,
cookies comes on. I haven't said a word yet. I'm building up to it.
yeah, we'll also talk about YouTube and their using of an AI in order to estimate your age if you didn't put your age in your Google account. So if they estimate you to be too young, or the AI does, then they'll demand state ID from you. So
We
Yeah,
can also
suck a
talk
dick.
about how
Oops.
MTG continues. What?
yeah,
I said it without even realizing it. So there's one for my counter.
yeah, that's one.
Uh, we can also talk about MTG
Yeah,
continuing
yeah.
to outleft AOC and Bernie in terms of foreign
MTG, you know me.
policy.
Yep. Yeah, so I figured we would start here and go from there. So yeah, and I told you and David about this last night, right before we went on air. How Triple H was at the White House because they're starting up the presidential fitness test for America's youth again after Obama took it away when he got into office. So, and the White House Twitter account. I can't play this because it has Motorhead's the game on it, but the music. But they literally
I
had
prefer King of Kings, but that's just me.
yeah,
I don't prefer any of it.
but yeah. I mean, he comes out the White House
Not a big Triple
tour
H fan.
with the game, the music, and he
But
comes out
you
and
haven't heard the King of Kings theme stuff?
No.
Uh,
Yeah, not a big Triple H fan.
Angel, you might want to play the song just very quickly, just so how.
well, I can. I mean, I got a copyright
Yeah,
strike.
not
Oh, okay.
not today, or not right now.
Maybe when we do clips again. But yeah, we can definitely do that though. But so the White House is really like trying to make Triple H a focal
I mean,
point of
what
this.
is he gonna do?
This is just a panel, really. This is not like it's. Oops. Let me
This
just
is
do that.
Trump pretending to care that poor kids are going to be healthy when they are.
And Trump is the unhealthy one.
I mean, for fuck's sake, he's obese. He's obese and he's old. I think he's getting dementia, to be honest.
Yeah, so
I think he just wanted to see Triple H and touch Triple H. That's kind of gay. Just saying.
So this is the White House presidential fitness test for America. I did this back in the 90s when we were at school because this was started in, I think, in 1962 by Kennedy, and we had to do like a certain amount of push-ups, certain amount of pull-ups. We had to run a mile within a certain amount of time. So yeah, I'm not sure what that really accomplished, but kept me in shape, throughout school. But that's in theory what this is supposed to do, bringing this back. But let's see. It's only a minute, so it's not
We have a president that knows sports unlike any other. He brought together.
What?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, Trump has seen sports, but he's never played them. Unless it's water polo.
Well, he only plays golf. That's it.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah. And then he cheats, right?
Yeah, he's been caught cheating.
Trump only plays rich people's sports, as in polo. Would you ride a fucking horse?
I will say, Kai Trump, she's really good at golf. I will say that.
I'm sure they all cheat.
30 of the most
there he is.
elite athletes.
30 of the most elite athletes. People were pointing out that Triple H is not really an athlete. He was more like
he
a
just had
pro
a
wrestler.
heart attack.
He was, when in his prime, he was a pro wrestler, which not really. It is athletic, you have to run around and jump and do stuff, but he never played.
It's fake. You think it's fake? That's an old man slap.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, but he never played a team sport or anything like that. He was just a body. He worked out a lot at the gym, but that's the closest thing he was to.
Bodybuilders don't do anything. They just kind of build their bodies.
It's like
take a lot of steroids.
It's kind of like Bret Hart when it's just bodybuilding. It's just this. Yeah. That's what Bret Hart said it was, and
Monty Brown was definitely an athlete for sure.
Well, I hate to admit it, but Bill Goldberg was too.
An athlete. For
Bill Goldberg
sake, he
was
perfect
too.
at everything.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg, unfortunately, was an athlete too. But Triple H, the game, no, not really. I mean, he just spent time at a gym and never played a team sport. But I digress,
To bring back the presidential fitness test.
We think we have the opportunity to change in the 70-year history of PCSFN the course of where it's going currently. We have some of the greatest athletes behind us from all different sports to headline, envision, and empower the students of our young generation.
I've watched sort of the decline of the youth of America and their ability.
And what have you watched?
Sort of
what have you watched, Triple H? What have you done for the youth of America other than give us somewhat shitty storylines?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's slowly turning into Vince McMahon in terms of this.
And he's sucking up to Linda McMahon because Linda McMahon's trying to take down poor people poor kids going to school. I mean, poor kids, they should just be stupid. That way they make better slaves.
If only Kane tombstoned Linda again.
Kane wouldn't tombstone Linda. They're in the same party now, but
yeah. No.
Yeah.
This is like we're in the fucking Twilight Zone. This is like literally rich people pretending to care about poor people. And you know how I know Trump is not serious about this? Because they still haven't gotten the poison out of our food or water. Oops.
Yep. So let's see what
the decline of the importance of fitness and health and nutrition and all of it. And it's an incredible honor, and I'm thrilled to be in and get to work.
It's all about helping young youths to.
Was there a dude just walked into the White House?
Yeah, I saw somebody walk in. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like right there. You can see in the right-hand side there.
It looks like a mascot.
Yeah, somebody's...
or carrying a chair or something.
Yeah, he's carrying a chair into the building.
Get to work.
We're all about helping young youths to be moved. It's about sport. It's about fitness and nutrition. I have a passion for all of them. So I'm excited to be able to make a difference in kids' lives moving forward. So I'm very thankful to President Trump for giving me this platform and for us to change the generation.
The White
House. You want to do something to help our fucking kids? Get the fucking poisonous shit out of our food. Instead of putting herbicides and pesticides on our fucking fruit, why don't you fucking stop doing that shit? You want to make America healthy again? Stop poisoning us.
Somebody responded with,
motherfucker.
Bro, start with your own politicians. What is this? So, yeah, this...
It's funny, Randy Fine, even Israel is starting to turn on him, or at least parts of this.
Zionist politician. Yeah, so somebody shared, where is it? I just saw it. I just had it here. This is pretty funny. Somebody edited Triple H's speech from Degeneration X in '97 to this.
Oh, God.
I thought I could play it because, you know, the music is just his voice, but from '97.
We will only use the words ass, damn, hell, and bitch. We will never, however, use the words shit, fuck, goddamn, Jesus Christ, faggot, or any other racial or sexual slurs.
You're talking to a sexual pedophile.
You're right.
Talking to a fucking pedophile, right.
We will never use...
I mean, you can't make this shit up. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just it's like a parody onto itself. They want to make our youth bodybuilders again somehow, but yet they still want to poison the poor kids and make them stupid so they can become slaves, and then eventually they'll just kill us all.
Oops. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about here, where oops, try that again. Sorry. So this is literally, it's the game playing by Motorhead. You know, he's doing his entrance basically again. Ugh. And it's shared by the White House, by the way. It's not shared by Trump himself. The White House put this out like this is...
Oh, I'm going to come on myself. What the fuck?
Look at Hunter. Look at him. He just smiled there like, I got to do my entrance again. I got to do my entrance again. Look at that. That's what it looks like.
Cut. That's not how you do it.
I got to do my entrance again. So, yeah, that's the game.
I don't know if you saw the post from the GOP account. They were saying something like woke is dead or whatever they said.
Woke was never alive.
Yeah, I saw that claim, but it's like, no, the wokeness was not really a thing.
They're continuing to woke.
Yeah.
I mean, in the best sense of the word. Yeah, because, like, my dad was watching Gutfeld, and no, it was the 5, I think. And they had, of all people, they had fucking Pierce Morgan on. Pierce Morgan is on the 5 now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be some kind of big-ass Democrat who sucks dick? Oh, sorry, that's 3.
Yeah.
But no, like they're sitting there talking about how, James Carville and blah blah blah. I was like, and not one of you brought up the Epstein list. Not one of them brought up the Epstein list.
So I'll do one more clip and then we'll move on. Even though Trump did touch Triple H, kind of like,
it was kind of like gayish.
And oh wow, look how strong he is. Like one of those
things. Trump is totally gay.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of how Biden and Netanyahu would touch each other.
Ew. There's a whole lot of gayness going on.
So this is Triple H going on Laura Ingram's show on Fox to discuss this presidential thing.
Where's Stephanie McMahon?
She's at home baking bread.
She's congratulated Triple H on joining this thing, so on Twitter at least. So she's not really involved.
Who's minding the store then? Who's minding the store?
A country.
This is when Kennedy started the program back in '62, but this
is as strong really as its citizens. And I think that mental and physical health, mental and physical vigor go hand in hand.
Yeah, but he meant
I hope that we will not find a day in the United States.
Yeah, this is what, 70 years?
Yeah, he meant it. Yeah, he meant it.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is not serious about it.
Yeah, so Obama ended the program in 2009 or 10, and then now Trump brought it back today, even though he had an entire first term to bring him back, and he didn't. Exactly. But now all of a sudden he's doing it, so I don't know what the motivation is. Distract from Epstein.
Distract from the Epstein files and pretend like you care about the polls.
Just like Tulsi Gabbard did with the Obama Russiagate thing.
Pretend that you care about the poors.
And I didn't even care enough to read all that. It was like
we're going to make you healthy again there, youth, while we simultaneously cut all your school budgets so that you literally can't go to school and you're stupid and literally become our slaves. And that way the youth not only become slaves, but they also become sex slaves to the pedophiles. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
God, they want your kids so they can rape them. That
all
is
of
the
us are
only
spectators except for a few who are out on the field. I hope all Americans will be on the field.
Back in 1962, when JFK spearheaded that national movement to get our kids in shape,
because he actually cared
in a lot better shape than they are now. And he created the physical fitness test. Now, I remember doing it as a kid. You had to run a mile.
You suck a dick, Laura Ingraham. Nobody cares about your fucking childhood. Playing water polo.
I was gonna say, where's the chat? Where are they?
Oh, they're coming.
Well, I see people are here. Just they're trickling in. Hopefully soon. If you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications. Stuff like that.
I mean, this is sickening. She's like, she actually wants us to believe that she actually played sports. Water polo is not a sport, bitch. You got to ride a horse.
Pull-ups, sit-ups, a couple of other exercises.
Yeah.
But President Obama, who's Mr. Fitness himself, retired that test and replaced it with the Presidential Youth Fitness Program that moved away from recognizing athletic performance as a barometer of students' health. Well, of course, start practicing those pull-ups because the fitness test under Trump is coming back. He signed an executive order late today reestablishing it in schools.
Yeah, it's a threat.
I was always a person that loved playing sports. I was good at sports.
You never played sports?
When you were really focused on sports, you thought about nothing else. Sports is so important. I think what this council is doing is going to be very important. And it gives you a little exercise. Sometimes a lot of exercise.
A lot of exercise.
Here with me is a member of the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. He spoke today, Paul Levesque, but you know him as the 14-time world champ, Triple H. He's also the WWE's chief content officer. Paul, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love
or Booker or head of creative.
Who's booking the store now? Hello.
Seeing you all up there today. It was a wonderful moment. Tell us about this executive
order.
For a minute.
I'm going to go throw up now.
Paul Hunter, when they were asking, I'm not going to go through all of this, but when they were asking Trump about Epstein, Hunter was like awkwardly saying, "Oh shit." Like he's kind of awkward. He wants to get out of that room, but he can't.
You think maybe Triple H might be on it?
I don't know about that.
Why does this statement about fitness and our kids matter so much more today than before?
Well,
because they want to make kids fit again.
So
I'm sorry,
imperative to the health of the nation.
They want to make your kid fit again so they are easier to look at so that they can rape them. Hello, people. Wake the fuck up. Trump is a fucking pedophile. He doesn't give a fuck about your kid other than he wants to fucking rape them.
Stone Cold needs to run over Triple H in the parking lot.
As the other way around, right? Yeah.
Triple H says a whole bunch of nothing here, but I just want to see. I want to remember exactly what he said, as I kind of watched it before the show.
To get young people back in shape, to get them motivated to exercise, to get them off their phones, to get them off of TV or screens, whatever screen it is. This executive order puts us back into a place where we can motivate kids.
You can tell Triple H like in his mid-50s now. Like you got to get the kids off the phones, So you can tell like in his mid-50s.
Fellow kids.
Influenced by that president's council years ago. I spoke to Secretary Kennedy about it today. We both were a part of that, and it was motivating. My whole life I have spent being in shape and the right nutrition and training.
You're a bodybuilder.
And that kind of activity teaches you everything you need to know about how to be successful in life. So it not only affects kids and their fitness, it affects their wellness, their mental health, how they approach life in general.
Yeah,
and I feel like this is such an important moment in time, and I'm humbled and honored to be a part of it.
Well, it was quite the group up there. It was representing so many different sports. We had
Golden.
Harrison Butker was up there.
Yeah,
of course,
Golden.
you had Bryson, you had LT. He didn't want to speak. I love the fact that
you had you who had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, I forgot LT was a part of that. So he briefly got up there. Lawrence Taylor.
Look, guys, this is literally just so they can make your kids sexier for when they go and rape them. Because that's what they want to do. They want to rape poor kids.
He's like, I'm not saying anything. He goes up there, which was awesome. I grew up watching him. But talk about, of all of those
Laura
metrics,
Ingraham watched
Paul,
the NFL 1984.
The push-up,
I doubt
the
it.
sit-up,
I don't buy
the
that.
pull-up, the run.
She was too busy
Which
playing
one of
water
those,
polo.
in your mind, tells you the most about a kid's
Oh, she was
physical
playing
fitness?
sports.
Let's say
Which sport she
12-year-old's
didn't
physical
name?
Fitness.
Well,
Boy, for me, it's an interesting question, but for me, it's not a singular exercise or something that they're good at because every kid is different. So taller kids have a hard time with push-ups or pull-ups or, certain activities. So it's about change. That's what is important to me. It's
Can you
about
pause it for a
motivating these
second?
kids to go and
yeah.
Yeah, this literally sounds like fitness without the fitness. That's what
Hunter,
they won't name what. Well, every kid is different. Okay, so what exercises will fit certain kids? They don't name that. She doesn't name what sport she was in. He doesn't name what sports because they weren't in sports. They weren't in sports. They never named the sports that they were in because they weren't.
Triple H in particular never played a team sport. He was just a gym rat. He managed a gym, and so he got the WCW, and that's when
Angel, at some point we should show Steph the clip. It was either in 2001 or 2002 with Triple H running Tough Enough, showing the competitors.
Yeah, we can do that on our clip show, Pro Wrestling Talk.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I think that's probably copyrighted.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, yeah.
Not today. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah, isn't that funny that someone who literally played no sports in their lifetime literally is sitting here telling your youth that they need to buck up and exercise?
The President of the United States didn't play a sport. Triple H wasn't a sports guy. There's some athletes here, like the golfer and there's a tennis player, but for the most part, this panel is full of guys that are girls that aren't really athletes. So that's interesting that Trump did that. That panel, only few athletes. The rest of them are just bodybuilders or pro wrestlers or just loudmouths.
Try something to get physically involved to improve themselves. One thing about the gym and physical fitness is you get out of it what you put into it. And they will learn that in this process, that by being motivated to where we get them with what the rewards are for their participation in this and their success at it. So whether they start out being able to do one push-up or no push-ups, and they get to a place where they can do 10, that's an incredible achievement for a young person
for the
that
pedophiles.
they feel good about and want to continue their fitness journey. That, to me, is what's important.
Suck a dick.
It's not the individual exercise. It's about the effort and the attempt to do it. And whether that's sports or whether that's just doing it on your own and being active and working out, to me, that is the driver of this. It's just make these kids fit and healthy and happy and get them on with their lives.
Yeah, Paul, I like what you said about get away from the screens.
We're going to con the poor
disappearing into their...
No. Hunter says nothing, and Laura Ingraham sucks up to him because now he's a part of the administration, technically.
As Jim Ross would say, damn you, Triple H, damn you.
Yeah, so he says a whole bunch of nothing. To me, this is Trump paying back his donors.
And of course, you'll find in the comments of the video saying, "Oh yeah, Triple H, you're the man, yeah, woo!"
This is Donald Trump paying back his donors. I'm guarantee you, Triple H was a big donor to Trump.
Yep.
Which is why he got
so was
that spot.
Vince. So was Linda.
That's why he got that.
So
the big red machine, Shane. Yep. I'm sure. The entire family backed Trump on his first run in 2016. So, yeah, I just kind of came across this. Look at these medical. This is the medical bill. So this guy just got my first hospital bill after my first time ever staying in the hospital. This is extortion. This is why everyone hates our medical system. He says he had high blood pressure, was in the ER less than 2 hours. No surgery, no CAT scan, no MRI. And this was his bill. I'm going to read this, but this is outrageous. $17,000 plus in lab work for standard blood panels. $11,000 for an ER visit that lasted 2 hours, maybe. $800 each for physical therapy and occupational therapy visits, where the therapist just walked in, looked at me, and you're fine, and left. $4,400 for blood culture, and much more. The full bill is shown in the individual items. Total $41,297. I already paid out my full out-of-pocket max $4,400, and this bill was still over $40,000. Like, this is insane. This is extortion in every single way. I don't know how people do this. This is my first time, and I'm shook. It's actually a video here. Let me see.
I'm an elder millennial who just got my first hospital bill after my first time ever staying in the hospital. This is extortion. This is why everyone hates our medical system. $41,000.
So to be fair, it does say there, you're not being asked to pay the itemized amounts listed above. The amount you owe after all the insurance payment and the adjustments will be in your hospital bill. So this is like the bill in general. So apparently his subtotal is $442, but but the total bill for the insurance paid like 99% of it or something like that. But still, I mean, the bill itself is still outrageous, though.
Yeah.
So I was in the hospital for less than 24 hours for high blood pressure. I had no surgery, no CAT scan, no MRI, nothing of that nature.
Oh, that would have been over $100,000.
My bill is absolutely ridiculous. The labs and chemistry,
Oops, I just stopped that.
$10,000.
So a lipid panel, $699. Tropian quaints, whatever that is, it's $369. Whatever that says, that's $699. Drug SCRN, whatever that is $1,000. Hemoglobin A1C is that test is $833. I get that test done at the clinic because I'm diabetic, so that's like $20. That's like $10. Like, I don't know how much it exactly because
I have this issue when I was in the hospital 2 years ago.
Yeah, comp metabolic panel $669. THS $2,927. Phosphorus VLD, whatever that is, $529, and magnesium VILD is $463. Subtotal $10,366. My God, and that's just for the blood work. Like, that's outrageous. Like, these hospitals know either the insurance companies will pay or the government will pay in the back end. So it's like, that's why they charge these exorbitant amount of money.
Notice how it says room and care, $0. Room and care.
Oh, does it say it there in the bill?
Yeah, it says room and care, $0.
Yeah, on top. Yeah, I missed that.
But everything else is like $2,000 to $3,000.
Should AI industry leaders such as NVIDIA be touched to the same degree as Planeteer? Yes. Will it? No, unless the CEO does something extremely stupid and that catches public attention. Yeah. I mean, we'll get to the AI parts later in the show, but yeah, the AI is just completely like about to dominate our lives sooner rather than later.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. If Trump really talks and really cares about health, and RFK Jr. really cares about health, then why is there still poison in our food? Why is there still not clean water in Flint, Michigan, and everywhere? There's still fluoride in our fucking water. When is that going to be taken care of, guys? If you want me to take you seriously about health problems and the health issues in America, then fucking do something about the poison in our food and the poison in our water. Start with that first, and then I'll start taking you seriously about this youth fitness. But you just want to get our kids better looking so that the rich fucking people, can fucking rape them. Well, try it, motherfuckers, because you touch my kid, and I will make Satan look like a fucking angel. No offense, Angel.
To be fair, Kennedy claimed...
You'll make Satan look like Angel?
No, I'll make Satan look like an angel.
I know.
Yeah, Kennedy. To be fair, Kennedy claims that he's gonna put out an order to get rid of fluoride in our waters, but
and I will say,
I'm not buying that.
Jimmy Dore would stop praising Kennedy already. It's enough's enough.
What has Kennedy done? What? What is he taking out of our food and water?
He's put a panel together to check out our vaccines.
We put a panel together. It's so good at participation trophy.
Yeah, and he claims that he's going to get rid of fluoride in our waters with one of his orders, but he hasn't done it yet. So
that pig will fly.
Tick tock, TikTok.
TikTok.
Oh, no,
$2,000.
for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
As Eric Bischoff would say, 3 minutes.
Well, there's more here. There's some...
$12,000.
So, a chest X-ray, $1,714 for an X-ray. Those things shouldn't cost more than a few $100, at least. Evaluation, physical therapy, $800. Occupational therapy, $800 again. Blah blah blah. There's some medications there, $297. A bunch of other tests. So ultimately, like that total amount looks like it's around $41,000. And I'm like, what happens to people who don't have insurance? This is why they don't go to the hospital. Because if they go to the hospital, all of a sudden they're bankrupt. Like, most people can't afford a $41,000 hospital bill, and they have no insurance. So, file for bankruptcy. That's another medical bankruptcy, which is only a thing here in the United States.
Yep.
No other country in the world has to deal with medical bankruptcy. So,
and it's really disgusting. Again, they talk about our youth. Oh, we want to make the youth better and healthier. Okay, how about you start with the food and the water? Like I said, the basic needs of a human are food and water. So start with that. But it's like they've given up on the older people like us. I mean, yeah, I could go to the gym every fucking 3 days, but I don't have the time. I can exercise. I've lost actually 50 pounds since I started last August actually. And I've lost 50 pounds since last August. I say that's a win for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't need some kind of fucking healthy plan. And it's with, eating all this fucking food that's already poisoned anyway. And the fruit is fucking poison. But I've been starting to eat more fruits and vegetables. Because I know I can do this. I can do this and I don't need a fucking gym. I don't need to go to the fucking gym. I don't need to do sit-ups and pull-ups and all that other horse shit that they want to put us through. But they've forgotten about us. They've forgotten about the older millennials. And they don't care. And the old people, well, they just can die off of diabetes and everything else. Again, the only reason why they're geared towards kids is because we are run by a bunch of pedophiles, guys. I hate to break this to you. I know there's a lot of people out there that are still sucking Trump's dick and believe everything that comes out of his mouth. But Trump does not give a fuck about your kid. He just wants to fuck them. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's
what I haven't said yet was you will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
And eat sea bugs. That's right. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs. And then they'll kill you because they want 90% of us dead.
Yeah, so this is
and
the
this
CEO. This is the CEO who openly, proudly talked about how he can't wait to get rid of all his human workers.
It's just like what happened with Microsoft.
Yep.
CEO lays off 150 employees, tells them they'll be largely replaced with AI. And down here it says he recently had to defend his purchase of a $75 million private jet. So this is the CEO apparently. Executives are stumbling over themselves.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking pedophile.
Executives are stumbling over themselves to replace pesky and expensive human labor with AI. In the latest instance, the billionaire co-founder and CEO of software giant Atlassian, Mike Cannon-Brookes, announced that 150 people will be laid off, with some jobs being replaced by AI tech. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, the cuts affect customer service roles exposed to AI. Cannon-Brookes made the announcement over a video call from home. Effective staffers are expected to be paid for the next 6 months, softening the blow a little.
Softening the blow. Oh, my.
I mean, these people don't care if you're homeless, guys. They don't care. When are you guys going to wake up and realize they don't care? They don't care if you live in a little cardboard box on the
problem is they don't care. Those people don't care at all.
Because they're too busy sucking the dick of the CEO.
Yep.
Who's diddling their kids.
So that's 6 months. 6 months severance, but still, those 6 months going to run out quickly, and the job market's being destroyed by AI. I mean, there's already, there's Microsoft, there's all these companies that are Amazon. No, I guarantee you, Amazon, as soon as they can, they will start using androids and machines and AI to expedite orders.
Like I said before, the only thing I find AI useful right now is in like with the phones, like how they do with the software. Like if you want to, enhance the photos or the audio.
Yeah, that's maybe useful, but I don't really use it on my phone. I don't
use it much, but it's still useful. It has helpful features. But I'm saying
that's the only thing. I was telling someone on the internet or on X the other day that I only use it for catchy descriptions and catchy titles for my shows. But I actually saw a post on X where a woman was using it to help raise her child. Okay, why don't you just admit you're a bad fucking parent? You suck as a parent. You never should have had the child in the first place. If you need AI to help you raise a child, you have something mentally wrong with you. You suck as a parent. Give that child up so they have a better future.
There's some people that are using AI as a therapist, which is another thing I wanted to bring up.
I think somebody showed us this where a guy fell in love with his AI.
Yeah, it wasn't me, but I did see that. But I saw
what the fuck? Because they don't want us breeding. They want us sterile. They do not want poor people breeding. They want you to fall in love with AI. So guess what? Hey, you won't breed if you do. I'm surprised they aren't making us sterile. Actually, the COVID shot was that.
We are so fucked.
Yeah, we are so fucked.
Yeah, that's why I'm totally against AI.
You're doing this right in front of your fucking faces, and all you guys just go, "Well, I love Trump."
Yeah, even though there are uses for AI in our everyday lives.
I gotta say, we haven't need that episode with both Steph and Misty because you two both sound alike and get angry.
Well, I mean, I agree with Snow. Snow was talking about this too, on his show where, it's just that the CEOs and the rich are getting tired of poor people and they're getting so desperate that you can't make this shit up what they're doing. They want to replace all workers, and they want you in a tiny little cardboard box in a 15-minute city where you walk everywhere. And then they want to kill you because they don't want you around.
Yeah, that's 100% right there. The signs of the times, though.
I look at an Adobe ad right there.
I mean, Chris, that is that AI.
There are uses for AI. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying
the overall AI HTML, CSS coding.
The overall picture. If you see the forest from the trees, the whole forest, AI is not worth it, because I guarantee you the government is gonna. It's like Terminator again. When you turn on Skynet, you're fucked.
We'll have self-driving cars and whatnot.
Yeah. So and
Chris. I'm sorry. See, Chris, I know you said I was correct. I cheated. I went to school for computers. So when back in my computer course, when I actually went to my tech school to learn computers, they actually taught us HTML. So that was part of one of the languages that they taught. Now I know SQL because my one job, we just touched the basics of SQL. So I actually learned SQL on the job. But I mean, there's classes you can take for HTML, I can't even say HTML. And I mean, I remember back in the day, everyone used to take JavaScripting, and now JavaScripting is a thing of the past. So, there's C++, and there's all kinds of new stuff you can do. HTML is kind of old school, if I say, because when I went to school, XP was prominent. So, I mean, and now that's old, man. Everything I learned about, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, I learned on the job because I'm actually a computer technician, in real life. I don't just yell about politics for every Friday night at 7:00 Eastern time.
Yeah, we all have stuff outside of the space, we work.
But yes, I agree that AI could be a good fundamental. Like if I wanted to learn some computer science stuff that I don't know, but I mean, I tear computers apart for a living. So, but I have to say this. I was geeking out yesterday with my son. I said, wait till you have to learn binary math. And my son goes, what's that? I went, you'll see. I totally love binary math, kind of like I was geeking out on like algebra and stuff. But anyway, I digress. But thank you, Chris. Yes.
Yeah. It's a sign of the times. Executives are looking to automate vast swaths of the job market with help of AI. The tech industry in particular has been rocked by mass layoffs, Microsoft, for years now, as the companies double down on multi-billion-dollar investments in AI data center build-outs and poaching high-profile talent from their competitors. Here's the thing also what they're doing. I discussed this on the show 6 months ago. They're buying up entire neighborhoods at 3 times the value of your home in order to destroy all the homes and build massive AI data centers. They're buying
because
up
you will be
entire
living in a
neighborhoods.
15-minute city in a little shack or a little cardboard box. They don't care if you're homeless.
So they're giving homeowners 3 or 4 times what your home is worth in order for you to take it and move out of the neighborhood. And if you refuse to move out, what do? They use eminent domain and kick you out of your house for nothing. So you take the money usually,
And all those cities in the other world, like the cities in China or like Dubai, for example, you look at how they're clean they are and all that stuff. They continue to make us look so stupid. The U.S. as a whole.
China is like they're like miles ahead of what we're doing right now. They're bullet trains. They're just everything. Yes, there's negatives, but at the same time, they're technically so ahead of us that it's like we're stuck still in the 19th century. Most of our infrastructure from the 1950s. That we're still to this day. There's no infrastructure.
They still won't upgrade it. Yeah. They won't upgrade it because again, the rich don't want to upgrade it. They want poor people to die. They want poor people to be dependent on them, so that then they can use all that stuff. They can use the bullet trains. They can use all this high tech shit. Yeah. Really, all they really need.
We'd rather not do that. Instead, we'd rather use AI. It's just...
but they have like helicopters. They have private jets. Yeah. Poor people won't because we'll all be dead. Most of us, about 90% of us.
So,
because there'll be about 10% of us that need to handle the AI, right? So we'll be shown how to repair the AI, basically.
There needs to be a workforce to, fix the androids and AI.
I guess iRobot might be true after all in the future.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but yeah.
Except Will Smith's not going to be there to kick all the robots' ass. So. But I digress.
No, he'll be slapping Chris Rock for no fucking reason.
Yeah. So the news comes after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman warned that entire job categories, including customer support roles that took a hit at Atlassian, could soon be wiped out by AI. So in the future, customer service will not be done by people from India. They'll be done by AI. So when you call customer service, it'll be an AI you're talking to.
Calling the digger, how can I help you?
Yeah, it won't be people from India anymore. It will be AI most likely. Now you can call one of these things and AI answers, Altman told the Federal Reserve Vice Chair for Supervision, Michelle Bowman, during a recent appearance.
See, that doesn't work because if I could just use my... Go ahead.
Oh, wait. Michelle, am I thinking of Michelle Bachmann or?
No, that's Bowman. Michelle Bowman. She's the Federal Reserve.
The politician, Michelle Bachmann.
Michelle Bachmann. Yeah, she was a politician. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that said, our founding fathers worked tirelessly till slavery was no more.
Yeah.
Just kind of glossed over the Civil War. But if I could say really quickly, that doesn't work though, because honestly, and I'm not saying that, we shouldn't have help desk in Dubai or in India. What I'm saying is that doesn't work because my coworker on yesterday was Thursday. Okay. He had he had Googled something about a gaming PC that had gone to France and had been opened before in France, we think. And they put certain things in different places that shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he looked up on AI and AI said, sorry, we can't help you with that. Well, then he did that Wednesday, and then he did it Thursday, and it said, oh, here's a step process you can follow to do this, this, and this. So I'm like, wait, so which is it? There's no plan for it, or there is?
That's the thing. The AI learned. It does self-learning. So it's like yesterday, it's like, oh yeah, I had no information on that. Okay, let me learn how to do this so I can tell them the next day.
A couple of things I want to mention. One, I will say the other thing that AI is, kind of useful is like if you go to Google, like you want to do a comparison, you could go to AI, and they'll do a really good job of comparing the stuff you want to.
Yeah, AI, it learns like in a snap of a finger.
But also the other thing is, you, Steph, you mentioned that the gaming PC or whatever you said. Angel, you should mention that message again that you've been saying lately. So with your PC.
Oh yeah. Mention your donation for a new computer.
Yeah, I mean, anyways,
hell, if you give me the money, I can build it for him.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I do.
My Google Chromebook I've been streaming with for the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, I've been streaming a couple of years now. It finally went kaput, broke down. So, yeah, I've been trying to raise money for a new PC, or laptop. You got, and my links are down there. You know, we can donate. If you can donate, I thank you very much. I've gotten a few. I raised like $40-$50 so far, but anything else you guys can donate, I will greatly appreciate it. I will mention it on the
computer
show.
he wants is probably a couple thou guys. But yeah, hey, if you can donate, please do so, because we need to help our man out. You know, when I make it big, hopefully soon, I'll buy him a whole new computer. Like, I'll get you an all-in-one. I have an all-in-one. I love this thing. It has 64 gigs of RAM. It has a 4 terabyte hard drive.
That's what I can use. So it's a super smart, capable person. There's no phone tree. There's no transfers. It can do everything that any customer service support agent at a company can do. Meanwhile, the other billionaire co-founder, Scott Farquhar, defended the layoffs, telling reporters today that Australia's copyright law should be revised so AI companies had free reign to mine data unobstructed. What does that mean, mine data? Get all information. Have AI get all information and store it for them so they could use it against us later. Or, you know, try to do targeted advertising towards us. You know, if we make a call center staff more productive, people aren't going to call more, and we'll probably need less staff at the call center. That's quoted by the Herald. Some parts of our economy will grow significantly as AI makes them more productive. Some parts of our economy will shrink as we do that. In a company blog post, spokesperson highlighted to newspaper Atlassian pointed to a code of ethics justifying the mass layoffs. So now it's the code of ethics. And hey, look, the code of ethics will justify our mass layoffs. So our value of build with heart and balance is about making the hard, right decisions with passion, empathy, and care. The blog post reads. Jesus Christ, that's like, not only do they lay you off, not only lay you off, but they gaslight you about it. You know?
Well, and here's the thing. My boss and I are trying to get a help desk together for our local community. But once we become local and make it big locally, we're thinking about taking it nationally. So I could be helping, 55 plus with their computers.
Yeah.
And, I don't sound like I'm from India, guys. I'm pretty straightforward, and you can hear and you can actually understand what I'm telling you. And the software that we're using can actually get into not only a computer, but a phone as well. So we could help seniors with their phones as well. Yeah. I think that's better than fucking calling AI. I don't know about you, but talking to a real person, I can't tell you how many people are like, well, I just want to talk to a real person. What happened to talking to a real person? They don't want to talk to AI, motherfuckers. They tried this with automated phones. They don't even like that.
Yep. Yeah, so
hopefully we'll get that up, and not just 55. We'll probably start with 55 plus, but it would be, out for everybody then, no matter what your age or whatever. But it's a great idea. And in this world where they're trying to lay off customer service people in India, I mean, what happened to just having customer service in America, help desk or any kind of, customer service in America.
God, are you...
Yeah, this is the article I wanted to bring up. CEO brags that he gets extremely excited firing people and replacing them with AI. Quote, AI doesn't go on strike and it doesn't ask for a pay raise. That's the truth right there.
It reminds me of when Mitt Romney said, I love being able to fire people.
How about you go suck a dick and stop diddling little kids? CEO.
Yeah, it's like, really, dude? I mean, it's like he just tells you, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm so excited to lay you off.
I can't wait to diddle little kids while the AI sucks my dick. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to, lay you off. lets you not forget many CEOs are more than willing to fire you and replace you with a shoddy AI model with a sociopathic glee. Yeah, it's a sociopath, and there's no emotion, there's no empathy towards to your workers. It's just,
and you wonder why people are leaving the U.S. or other Western countries.
Yeah. Here's the words of such executive at the forefront of displacing human labor. CEOs are extremely excited for the opportunity that AI brings. Elijah Clark, a chief executive who advises other head honchos on using AI at their companies. He told Gizmodo in an interview, "As a CEO myself, I can tell you I'm very excited about it. I've laid off employees myself because of AI." Jesus Christ.
This Elijah sure he jacks off to it. Oh, I get to fire someone else. Coming. Suck a dick.
AI doesn't.
How many is that now?
6.
I had it at 6.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to pace myself.
I had it at 6, but it could have been some that I missed. So what? I can't get rid of this.
Yeah.
This is like.
Do you have uBlock installed?
Yeah, I don't know why this is here. It's still here. Hold on.
There we go. Oh, and there's more.
It's always. Let's see. Hopefully it's gone now. It looks like it's gone. The AI doesn't go on strike. Doesn't ask for a pay raise. He's added parodying cliched talking points, much like a certain overhyped technology. These things you don't have to deal with as a CEO. Clark is one of many executives who've been strikingly honest about their intentions to cast aside their flesh and blood workers in favor of AI. One tech startup is even advertising its AI sales agent by putting up billboards that read, "Stop hiring humans," in cities like San Francisco and recently New York.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the funny part. Yeah, how dare you humans who actually have to feed yourselves, feed your families, and have a roof over your head. How dare you? How dare you? Don't you know that the CEOs work so hard to make sure you don't have a real life?
Yeah,
how dare you?
This is an example.
Greta Thunberg.
Exactly.
This is an example. One of the advertisements I've been putting out. Artisans won't complain about work-life balance. The era AI employees is here. So, and there's I assume an Android here.
Right there?
Yeah, it looks like a homeless dude just sitting right there. What a coincidence! Yeah, I mean that's a perfect microcosm of what our world's going to turn into.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they don't care. They don't care if you're homeless.
Mandani, he's not going to change that at all. Because I see it's in New York, I believe. He's not going to change that. It's all going to continue. So don't get excited.
Yep.
Get ready for your cardboard box, guys, and your 15-minute cities, and then be prepared for death. Because that's what's going to come to.
Not all are quite so glib, but most seem to be in agreement that tech will wipe out loads of jobs, and AI CEOs, including Sam Altman of OpenAI and Dario.
CEOs? Wait, what?
An AI CEO, that's what it says, including Sam Altman of OpenAI and Dario Amadani of Anthropic, have repeatedly warned.
CEOs are dying. Another one got caught down.
Yeah, have been repeatedly warned that their tech will put millions of people out of work, perhaps in an attempt to manifest a self-fulfilling prophecy, while appearing to care about the plight of their fellow humans.
Next thing you know, it'll be AI that will continue to bomb Gaza and all the other stuff.
Oh, that's already happening. Don't they have drones that are doing that?
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
I mean, our future is Skynet, but
our future is that what happens in Gaza will happen here. They will be bombing poor people every other day. Well, how dare you poor people ask for a home? You should just grovel at our feet and starve to death. You should own nothing, be happy, and eat some bugs, poor people.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they want to do.
The jury is still out on whether the tech will get effective enough, anytime soon at least, to genuinely supplant a meaningful amount of human labor. At present, evidence suggests it's not. The AI chatbots are still dangerously prone to fabricating information and breaking their own guardrails. And autonomous AI agents remain frustratingly slow and limited in what they can do.
You don't say.
Which is true. I think it's Grok and these OpenAI. They just make shit up. And it's like proven false. So it's like, yeah, it's not perfect now, but give it a few years. It will be.
Hey, nobody's perfect except for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah. So on the other hand, AI doesn't necessarily need to be that good if it can help automate certain tasks, and bosses can fire some workers and make the ones they have kept on to use the tools more work than they did before, to do more work than they did before, often in the form of half-heartedly checking AI's work for mistakes. This may come to bite AI adopting companies. More on that in a moment. But the bottom line, according to Clark, is efficiency and profitability. Recalling how he fired 27 of the team 30 student workers in a sales department team he was leading at the time, Clark told Gizmodo that the group now gets more done in less than a day, less than an hour that they were taking a week to produce. In the area of efficiency, it makes a lot of sense to get rid of people. Sometimes these plans blow up in executives' faces. Sebastian Semakowski, CEO of the Swedish buy now...
all these fucking names?
Yeah. Semakowski, the CEO of a Swedish buy now, pay later company Klarna, proudly boasted that their AI can do all the jobs we humans can do. After partnering with OpenAI to replace his customer
They
service
can suck our
team
dicks then too.
with hundreds of AI agents, he recently changed his tune after customers quickly lost their patience with the rookie bots. Related during this period of AI adaptation, Klarna's first quarter losses doubled from the previous year. Oops.
Next thing you know, Triple H is going to introduce some AI program in the WWE.
I wouldn't be surprised if they fired all the wrestlers and put AI wrestlers in there. Oops, I shouldn't have given them the idea. Shit, forget what I said. What I said.
Yeah. Cost, unfortunately, seems to have been too predominant evaluation factor when organizing this. Semtowski rumorated. What you end up having is lower quality. Reversing course, however, may be difficult, as Klarna has already sacked more than 40% of its entire workforce. Now you got to rehire most of them. So, yeah, they're in trouble. As it happens, the same seemingly arbitrary percentage that many companies are planning to reduce their headcount by, according to Peter Muskovich, global future work leader at real estate firm JLL today. Today, 20% of Fortune 500 and 20% of the Fortune 500 in 2025 doesn't make any sense. That sentence has less headcount than they had in 2015. He told Gizmodo. It could have been AI who wrote this article. I mean, these days, who knows? Clark added that a lot of CEOs know they are going to come up in the next 6 months to a year and start laying people off. They're looking for ways to save money in every single company that exists. However sustainable this is, the fact of the matter is it's already happening, and it's pretty sobering. I am hired by CEOs to figure out how to use AI to cut jobs, Clark told Gizmodo. Not in 10 years, but right now. So, and this man's proud of his
I'd like
job.
to see AI do my job. Tear computers apart, put them back together, and tell them what's wrong with it. Again, when AI can do my job, which is literally tear computers apart and phones and stuff, and put them back together and make them work, I guess I'm out of the job then.
I just saw that today New York has been flooded with. It's been flooded, and even the subways have been flooded in New York, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was yesterday. But
is
yeah,
it raining, like thunderstorms and stuff?
Chris says a lot of us are probably going to have to go off the grid just to survive.
We're going to have to do something. I mean, we got to stand up to these CEOs and these. I mean, AI is going to take over. And when you're in a little cardboard box, you think the rich are going to care if you fucking starve to death? No, they don't care. We got to do something.
So
we can't just sit around and let these guys take over.
So now we get to more AI stories because now Google, get to this. Oops, let's get rid of that. It's from The Verge, even though there's plenty of articles being written about this. Google's using AI age checks to lock down user accounts. Google will soon start applying restrictions to its users. It identifies as, quote, underage, unquote. And I'm saying that because how does the AI know who's underage and who isn't? So...
Yeah, so they'll ask me for my ID, and I'll tell them to go suck a dick because I don't have to show nothing to prove I am who I am.
Google will soon cast an even wider net with its AI age estimation technology. After announcing plans to find and restrict underage users on YouTube, the company now says it will start detecting whether Google users are based in the U.S. and are under 18. Or Google-based user in the U.S. are under 18. Age estimation is rolling out over the next few weeks and will probably only impact a small set of users to start, even though Google plans on expanding it more widely. The company says it will use the information users search for or the types of YouTube videos they watch to determine their age. Google first announced this initiative in February. So me, for example, I watch a lot of body cam videos, history videos, news videos, obviously, like my INN brothers and other streamers. I watch
wrestling clips from
wrestling
the
clips,
80s and
right,
90s.
Yeah, wrestling clips. I watch history stuff, alternate history.
So I want to ask a question that maybe you don't know the answer to. Are they going to do this for YouTube Kids as well? Because my son watches YouTube Kids, and there's some stuff he watches he shouldn't. I agree with that, but I mean,
I don't think there's a reason for them to do a YouTube.
You can't take it. You can't take him off of YouTube Kids just for that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for him to do it on YouTube Kids because that's content for kids. So there's no reason really to do that.
He watches GTA fails or whatever, and they say shit and damn and fucking goddamn, and I'm like, you shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assume if he has a kids account, I don't know whether that should pop up on his
Sometimes
YouTube.
he does go on YouTube, but he's not signed in on his pad that he has, but he is signed into YouTube Kids on his computer. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, so you're going to ask my son for his ID, which he doesn't fucking have if he goes on YouTube Kids. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they shouldn't restrict YouTube Kids because it's already designed for kids. That's all content for kids. So, age estimation is rolling out the next few weeks, blah, blah, blah. Google, the company says they will first...
That's what I was saying, Chris. I'm sorry, Angel. Chris brings up a good point. The WEF wants zero trust internet. That's why they are doing age verification. They want you to have to sign in with the ID to use the internet at all.
Yeah,
so,
that's probably...
that's like
definitely...
when you log into your computer, you will have to have... they'll probably put it on all computers. So through Windows 11 or Windows 12, I'm sure they'll have where you have to sign in. You won't be able to do a local account anymore. You will have to sign in with some kind of verification saying who you are.
Yeah.
I am not getting on the internet. I'm sorry, guys, but I guess I just won't do shows anymore.
Let's see. That's the eventual
I'm not giving up my ID for that shit.
That's the eventual goal, obviously, to force people to use some sort of verification in order to go on the internet. But that's like, I hope that'll be a long time away, not in the immediate future.
I hope it never happens, but the way
I
things
agree,
are going.
but I'm just saying, I hope that's a long time away if it does happen. But
for now, look at what Microsoft did with Windows 10. They kept for Windows 7, they kept backing it up and saying, well, Windows 7 won't go out till such and such a date, and then they moved it back again, such and such a date, and it just went out in like 2022. So they're saying Windows 10 will go out in October 2025. I just saw an alert the other day while I was at work. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You're not pushing this back? No, because they want everyone to go out and get new computers. Newsflash, guys, like Angel, we don't have money to go out and get fucking computers.
Yeah, I'm lucky to be able to borrow this one. I mean, or else I wouldn't be able to do it.
Interrupt for a second. Angel, John Carlos Stanton just hit a home run back in his old stadium.
Oh, wow. Nice. We might have to see if we can revert back to CDs and DVDs and USB sticks.
I'm saying it's a 3-run homer. Yankees sleep 3-9.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta do something because eventually the internet is going to be. I think we lost Witchy.
Oh,
she'll be back. Yeah. Let's see. The company says it will use the information a user has. Here she is. No, she's. Huh. Well, we lost you, Witchy, so hopefully it will come back. The company says it will use information a user has searched for on the types of YouTube videos they watch to determine their age. If Google believes a user under 18, it would apply the same restrictions it places on users who proactively identify as underage. In addition, is enabling bedtime reminders on YouTube and limiting content recommendations. Google will also turn off timeline and maps and disable personalized advertising and block users from accessing apps for adults in the Play Store. In case Google incorrectly identifies someone under 18, users can submit a photo of their government ID or selfie to verify their age. The move comes amid a global push for age verification, for politicians in the U.S. pressuring tech companies to make their platforms safer for kids. In the UK, widely rolling out age verification requirements affecting platforms like Blue Sky, Reddit, Discord, and even Spotify. So the UK has gone much further than what we have. They really have, and I've seen people from the UK all of a sudden having to upload their government IDs and stuff in order to even access Blue Sky, Reddit, or Discord, or even Spotify.
Trying to reach out to Steph.
Yeah, and it's like she's still not back, so I don't know what happened. Maybe her internet's down or something. Let's see. Yeah, so hold on. Sorry. Yeah, so let's get. Yeah, so this is the future. Google is now going to expand this program in the coming weeks, and I guarantee you guys they will abuse this. I mean, they'll claim that some of us are obviously 18, even though we're not, or some of us are.
I guess the internet or whatever, Twitter or whatever, they didn't like what Steph was saying about Google and AI, and so they kicked her out, I guess.
Yeah, they would have kicked me out too. I'm totally against this shit. So yeah, I guarantee you they will abuse this, and they will purposely claim somebody under 18 that is either watching subversive content or putting out subversive content that Google doesn't agree with. So in order to lock their YouTube channels from uploading and watching the videos they usually watch, or the streamers. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our future. Like, that's 100% our future here. Let's see. Let's go here. Get rid of that. So we talked about this.
I wasn't mentioning, anything about weather coming in your area, so I don't think it'd be that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Hopefully, what the hell is that? I don't want to see that. She's still not back. Trump deploys 2 nuclear subs after Medvedev foolish inflammatory statement. This is from Zero Hedge. On Thursday, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev issued the Kremlin's response to President Trump's announcement on Monday. Monday's announcement from Scotland that he's reducing a deadline for Russia to agree to a peace settlement from 50 days to 10 or 12 days, citing disappointment in Putin not ending or at least winding down the war. Medvedev warned Russia isn't Israel or even Iran, and thus that each ultimatum is a threat and a step towards war, not between Russia and Ukraine, but with Trump's own country. That followed comments by Medvedev that Trump has steamrolled and humiliated Europe with his trade deal. Then Thursday, Trump told Medvedev to watch his words. And now, by Friday morning, President Trump took to Truth Social account to escalate the words from actions, moving 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions based on highly provocative statements from former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. Words are very important, can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances, Trump says. Let's see. So this is what Trump's tweets or posts actually said. Based on the highly provocative statements from former President of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Words are very important, can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope that this will not be one of those instances. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I gotta interrupt something. You know who was one of the other athletes that joined Trump with the fitness thing or whatever it was?
Yeah, but with who?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that. I mean, he wasn't at the press conference. I don't think that's why I didn't know. I saw the clips of the press conference, and we saw Triple H, and we saw Lawrence Taylor, and we saw a few other athletes there, but not Saquon. So I didn't know he was part of this initiative. As we noted earlier, Trump's position based on his latest remarks is that war should be stopped as a disgrace, and yet the U.S. appears unwilling to strongly pressure Zelensky to make territorial concessions and declare Ukraine will never join NATO. Washington still continues to arm Kyiv. These things will remain red lines for Russia. Just lucky there's no autonomous AI running the show, then we could be in real trouble. Yes, Skynet again. If Skynet was running thing, we would have nuked Russia by now. They would have nuked us, and we wouldn't be here. We anxiously await Medvedev's response, kinetic or otherwise. So yeah, there you go. Well, I haven't heard from Witchy yet. I don't know why she's gone like that all of a sudden.
So Stan's Homer was 116 miles an hour.
Here she is.
What there happened? You are. What happened? Steph? Steph?
You just froze on us, so I'm not sure you can hear us, but
we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're mute.
Still can't hear you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the volume is good here. You're not mute here. U.S. tells UN that Trump wants a deal to end Ukraine war by August 8th. The U.S. has told UN Security Council that President Trump wants a deal to be reached by let's see. Oops, hold on a second. Oh, gee, why is this does that shit?
Oh, but now she's back.
Yeah, I think Witchy's having technical difficulties here.
Yeah, I am, but I'm back now.
Here we go. Yeah, you're back. Yeah, we were.
Yep. Sorry. Internet.
Yeah, that's what I figured what it was. Your internet just went on you.
I guess Triple H must have heard you shit on him.
Yeah.
I know, right? They were like, they're calling me a pedophile.
Yeah.
Down with
yeah, we were finishing up that story, and then we went to Russia, like we talked about earlier. Trump sending 2 nuclear submarines around the area of Russia, and Trump running his mouth, posturing about, hey, if Medvedev doesn't shut the hell up, then maybe something will happen. Hopefully it won't.
I think part of the reason why Trump's doing all this bad stuff now, because he knows he can't run again after this term. So I guess he's like, I'm going to get all the bad shit out.
Make it worse, and then have someone make it even worse.
I'm going to get all the bad shit out of the way now because nobody can do about it.
Yeah,
right, and they're just going to do more fascism.
The midterms aren't until next November, not even this November. So Trump has plenty of time to do whatever he wants, pretty much. The U.S. told President Trump wants a deal by August 8th, as U.S. leaders are threatening to impose tariffs and sanctions targeting Russia and its trading partners. Both Russia and Ukraine must negotiate a ceasefire in a durable peace. It is time to make a deal. President Trump has made it clear that this must be done by August 8th. The United States prepared to implement additional measures to secure peace, U.S. diplomat John Kelly told the UN Security Council. The message to the UN came after President Trump said earlier this week that he was shortening his original deadline that he wanted to deal with in 10 to 12 days. The president initially said he wanted the war to end in 50 days.
I'm sorry. I got to go. We're having more issues. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to check this out, but I'm going to have to get off the stream. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, we'll see you next week, I guess, or whenever.
Yeah, because you guys are like cracking up, and I'm still behind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's all right. Well, I guess we'll see you next week.
I can't hear you guys.
We'll watch SummerSlam. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right. Well, see you around then.
Yeah, we'll watch SummerSlam. I heard that part.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, I'll see you then.
All right.
Or talk to you
Sorry,
then.
guys. Bye.
It's all right. But the message came to the UN after President blah, blah, blah. The president initially said he wanted the war to end in 50 days, a deadline that would have fallen on September 2nd. He acts like the Russians give a fuck about what what he wants. It's like, it's amazing how Trump's like, you have to have a deal within 10 to 12 days or else. And Putin's like, or else what? You're not going to do anything. Trump has previously threatened to hit Russia's trading partners with 100% tariffs, and a bill in the Senate that has 84 co-sponsors would add a 500% tariff on any country that knowingly engages in exchange of the Russian origin uranium and petroleum products. Either step would have to be a significant impact on U.S. and global economies, since China and India are major buyers of Russian oil. Trump said on Thursday that he would impose 25% tariffs on India and other unspecified penalties. A step he said it was taken in response to India's own trade barriers and its trade relationship with Russia. Though he said he signaled tariff could change as Washington and New Delhi engage in negotiations. For its part, Russia has made clear that it's not fazed by Trump's ultimatum and that is willing to continue the war until it achieves its goals. Russia and Ukraine are also extremely far apart on conditions for a peace deal, making Trump's deadline for an agreement unrealistic.
I just want to bring up something really quickly. So
Sure.
I think you may have heard how Leonardo DiCaprio was wanting to build a luxury hotel for Israel. I think you may have heard something about
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
So here's here's something interesting. Christian Bale is building a $22 million village for foster kids. So
yeah, I did see that too. So people were like, "Oh, here's the difference between what a real humanitarian would do and someone like Leo DiCaprio who wants to build a giant hotel in Israel."
Yeah.
Fucking
Israel. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why are you focusing on a different country than the U.S.?
So here we go. The U.S. and Japan discuss scenario for U.S. nuclear weapons use. Here we go. This is more like this is more escalation here. The U.S. and Japan have been discussing a potential scenario in which the U.S. military would use nuclear weapons in the event of a conflict in East Asia.
Here we go again.
Yeah, Japan is the only country in the world that has suffered a nuclear attack when the U.S. dropped the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II, killing hundreds of thousands of civilians.
Here's what I don't get. Tulsi Gabbard did that video a couple weeks ago. She was in Hiroshima discussing all the bombs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what, is she going to be okay when Trump does this? Or if Trump does this? Like, what does she stand for?
Yeah, she's already threatening. I mean, Trump's already threatening nuclear war with Russia. So, and now all of a sudden, now they're possibly threatening nuclear war if there's a war in Asia somewhere. But Tokyo is now considered to be under the U.S. nuclear umbrella. The Kyoto report said the discussions on use of U.S. nuclear weapons were held as part of Washington and Tokyo's extended deterrence talks, which began in 2010. The report said that the parts of the talks in recent years, the two sides have had multiple tabletop discussions to strategize a scenario in which conflict broke out in East Asia and the United States' pressure to use nuclear weapons. The discussions involved reviewing how to coordinate on a nuclear attack and how to deal with certain issues it would create, including the management of public opinion. The U.S. has a mutual defense treaty with Japan, under which it has committed to defending Japanese territory if it comes under attack. So, if Japan's ever attacked, we're at war in Japan. Or we're at war with the country that attacked Japan. Experts told the South China Morning Post that a stronger commitment regarding the U.S. nuclear umbrella could ease some Japanese concerns about supporting the defense of Taiwan if it's attacked by China. U.S. officials have been pressing both Japan and Australia to make commitments on what they would do in an event of war with China over Taiwan. The nuclear talks also are sure to anger China, which expressed concerns about the news. As a country that has suffered nuclear bombings, Japan should have a deep understanding what nuclear war must not be fought, Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman Jiang Zhuojiang said on Wednesday. I probably butchered that name, but we'll just go with it. Jiang added there were elements in Japan who wanted to upgrade U.S. extended deterrence posture and is considering nuclear sharing, an arrangement that the U.S. and several of its NATO allies. This is an extremely dangerous trend, he added. Yeah, it's adding more nuclear weapons and adding more nuclear talks and blah, blah, blah. While the U.S. still maintains a policy of a strategic ambiguity over whether it would intervene in China attack Taiwan, the U.S. military is openly planning for a future conflict with China despite the risk of nuclear war. I don't buy that. I don't think the U.S. would actually directly attack China because that's like mutually assured destruction.
Oh, you never know. I mean, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, it's true that could happen, but right now, what's very likely is the U.S. is just posturing here against Russia and China too, just in case. Whoops, I didn't mean to share that. Let's go back. So it looks like the Iranians want some compensation. They want money from the U.S. So let's see what this is. Iran's foreign minister said the U.S. must provide compensation before nuclear talks can resume. Trump has been threatening to bomb Iran again and has posed new sanctions, making diplomacy unlikely. Iran Foreign Minister Abbas Aragachi has told the Financial Times that Iran wants compensation from the U.S. for damages it incurred during a 12-day war and guarantees it won't be attacked again before resuming nuclear negotiations. This should explain why they attacked us in the middle of negotiations, and they have to ensure that they are not going to repeat that during future talks, Aragachi said. And they must have to compensate Iran for the damage they have done. Yeah, good luck getting money out of the U.S. for that. The Iranian diplomat didn't specify what sort of compensation Iran was seeking, but the U.S. does have the ability to release billions of dollars in frozen Iranian funds. And it's unlikely the Trump administration would go for anything like that since it has been imposing fresh sanctions on Iran, continuing to do the so-called maximum pressure campaign. Aragachi said that the anti-negotiation feelings were very high within Iran since Israel launched the war under the cover of previous U.S.-Iran talks. People are telling me, don't waste your time anymore. Don't be cheated by them. If they come to negotiations, they only cover up for what their other intentions, he said. And that's probably true. Again, if the U.S. wants negotiations, they're probably going to do something else behind their back, like they did the first time. While the U.S. and Iran haven't exchanged talks since the war, Aragachi said that he has exchanged messages with the U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff. Aragachi said that his message to Witkoff has been that there needs to be a win-win deal and that the U.S. needs to show real confidence-building measures. Good luck with that again. That's not going to happen. The road to negotiation is narrow but not impossible. They need to convince my hierarchy that if we do go for negotiation, the other side is coming with real determination for a win-win deal. The U.S. also showed no signs that it's willing to give Iran assurances that it won't be attacked again, since President Trump has repeatedly threatened to bomb the country again if it restarts his nuclear enrichment program, which didn't have really from the beginning. They were only doing it for the power grid. Aragachi reaffirmed that Tehran won't agree to a deal that doesn't allow it to enrich uranium at low levels. We can negotiate. They can present the argument. We can present our own argument, Aragachi said. But with zero in enrichment, we don't have a thing. Aragachi, period. That's weird. He also reaffirmed that Iran didn't.
No. What it was is that it was and put in a quote, and then I guess it was.
Okay, I see. Yeah. He also reaffirmed that Iran didn't want a nuclear bomb and would continue to abide by a 2003 fatwa from the Iranian supreme leader that prohibited the production of nuclear weapons. So yeah, there's no negotiations happening. I mean, the Iranians are never going to get money from the U.S. and the U.S. doesn't want negotiations anyways because Trump keeps threatening to bomb Iran, so it's not happening. Let's see. So we have more war atrocities from Israel. This is from yesterday. Israeli forces kill 111 Palestinians in Gaza over 24 hours. Again, I'm surprised more Gazans are being murdered. So, like I said last week, the question is: do you starve to death, or do you go for food and get murdered?
And yet, Bernie wants to continue saying that Israel has the right to defend itself on October.
Yeah, this is beyond. This is not defending itself.
Terrorist organization. Shut the fuck up, Bernie.
Yeah, this is not defending yourself. This is just a extermination at this point. Gaza's health ministry said on Thursday that Israel's genocidal assault on Gaza took the lives of 111 Palestinians. Another 820 were wounded over the previous 24 hours. The health ministry said that the majority of those killed were 91 were killed by attempting to reach aid. Again, like I just said, either you starve to death or you go try to get some aid, some food, and the IDF will just murder you anyways. So how do you want to die? Do you want to starve to death, or you rather get bombed to death? So that's your choices if you're Palestinian, which is horrifying to even think about, including 54 who were killed on Wednesday near the Zikam crossing in northern Gaza. The Israeli military admitted to firing on a crowd in the area, but claimed it wasn't aware of any casualties. So yeah, we fired into that area, but we didn't kill anybody, right? We didn't know. Like, come on. The Palestinian news agency WAFA reported that 15 Palestinians were killed and 65 were injured on Thursday when Israeli forces targeted civilians near an aid distribution site in central Gaza. Medical sources told Al Jazeera that at least 23 Palestinians were killed while attempting to get aid on Thursday. There's been dead bodies there. Blah, blah. The health ministry.
It's just so funny how MTG is to the left of Bernie and AOC on Gaza. It's just like, what the fuck have we turned into?
Yeah. I mean, she's been talking about it over and over again. And meanwhile, AOC, as far as I know, said very little, and Bernie keeps running his mouth about how Israel has the right to defend itself. The health ministry said that since the U.S.-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation began operating at the end of May, at least 1,330 aid seekers have been killed and 8,800 have been injured. Despite Palestinians who are starving due to Israeli siege have been fighting over aid trucks and pallets of aid that have been dropped from the sky. Islam El-Talbini, a displaced woman from Jabalia, told the Associated Press that she was carrying a sack of flour and a bottle of cooking oil when she was attacked and had to give them up. I went and my children prayed that I returned food. They haven't eaten or drinking anything for 2 days, she said. Oh my gosh. I mean, we in the West, like, we really take for granted what we have. I mean, honestly, all she had was flour and oil, and people stole that from her, so you even have that to feed her children. Israel has taken some steps to allow slightly more aid into Gaza due to international pressure, but aid groups said that it's not nearly enough to avert further catastrophe and are calling for all restrictions to be lifted in an immediate ceasefire. Motorcycles. Gaza Health Ministry reported dozens of starvation deaths in recent weeks. Israeli airstrikes and shellings also continue to pound targets across the Strip on Thursday. According to WAFA, at least 5 Palestinians were killed when an Israeli drone targeted a tent in southern Gaza. So what was...
It's so, like, frustrating that, you know, the Jews were involved in the Holocaust in Germany, Nazi Germany, and now Israel is doing the Holocaust now. It's just...
Yeah, where the Israelis are, the Zionists, let's be fair, are doing it. You know, I don't want to lump in all Israelis and all Jews in that. It's not fair. It's the Zionists that are doing it.
Yeah.
Israeli, at least 5. What were those 5 Palestinians doing? What would they have done? What, are they planning to attack Israel? So you had to murder them? You had no evidence for that.
I guess, you know, they must have thrown rocks or...
I mean, there's a group of 2 Palestinians or more, we have to murder them because we never know what they're planning. The health ministry said that the latest violence has brought the overall death toll since October 7, 2023 to 60,249, and number wounded at 147,089. Studies have found the ministry's numbers are likely a significant undercount. That's what I think, too. That's way, like, undercounted. I'm sure there's more than 60,000 deaths since October 7th. They pretty much destroyed Gaza.
Yeah, and Bernie, he's been doing the undercount too. You know.
Yeah, this is an incredible undercount. Like, really? Only 100,000 people have died?
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot more.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What else do I have for you guys?
Oh, so apparently during SmackDown, John Cena said that the old John Cena is back. So,
okay, that's interesting. That's interesting to see what it lead to this on Sunday. So that match is on Sunday. That's why I said that. MDA is interesting. MDA issues $151 billion draft proposal to spearhead the Golden Dome Homeland Shield project. By the way, this is not happening. It's unfeasible. It's ridiculous. But they're gonna. This is a way to take money from the U.S. taxpayer and put it in defense contractors' pockets. And then all of a sudden they'll turn around and say, well, it's not feasible, Mr. President. We keep all the money now. Thank you. It's like, oh, well, what can you do? You know, that's what Trump's going to say. Let's see. The U.S. Missile Defense Agency has published a pre-solicitation paper for the Scalable Home Initiative Enterprise Layered Defense Shield program, advancing the Trump administration's Golden Dome air and missile defense concept. According to the notice, the agency seeks to procure a system capable of monitoring and neutralizing threats to U.S. homeland, deployed forces, and partner nations. Once activated, investment for the initiative expected to run up to $151 billion, with associated works having a 10-year base period and optional ordering phases. Multiple contracts are expected to be awarded for individual task deliveries covering research development, prototyping, systems engineering, weapons modeling, productions, fielding, testing, evaluation, cybersecurity, and modernization. Jesus. MDA noted that the SHIELD contract vehicle is designed to support a long-term plan that enables rapid tasking while incorporating digital engineering, AI, and machine learning, as well as open systems architecture, maintenance solution, and an agile acquisition process. The contract will support national defense objectives, providing continuous layer protections against air, missile, space, cyber, and hybrid threats originating from any vector, including ballistic, hypersonic, and cruise missiles, the MDA said. In May 2025, President Donald Trump unveiled a nationwide missile defense plan dubbed the Golden Dome, which is just as ridiculous as Star Wars, when Reagan proposed it back in the 80s. Modeled after Israel's Iron Dome air missile defense system, which doesn't work. Remember how many times that Iranian missiles got through Iron Dome?
Yeah.
And somehow, what we're going to do, let's bring it to the U.S., but in a more ridiculous way, which probably it's not even feasible to build. But yeah, let's just do that. This a miserable failure Iron Dome. Let's just do that and make it more ridiculous. The weapon is designed to protect against ballistic, hypersonic, and cruise missiles, as well as drones. Washington announced $25 billion initial funding and stated the system could eventually cost up to $175 billion and could be operational within 3 years. It'll cost that, but it will not be operational within 3 years. If it is, then I'm going to have to eat my hat or something, because that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous timeline. The Golden Dome will rely on a constellation of advanced satellites and sensors to detect, track, and intercept threats. To support related development, L3 Harris completed a $125 million expansion of a space manufacturing facility in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The plan has drawn sharp criticism from North Korea, Russia, and China, who call it a destabilizing move that could escalate the militarization of space. Trump also suggested Canada could join the system for free if it became the 51st state. Otherwise, participation would cost $61 billion.
What happened with the Canada? Trump, what happened to that?
Yeah, Trump is still trying to have Canada join the U.S., but it's like, you can be a part of the Golden Dome for free, but you have to join the U.S. If not, it'll cost you $61 billion. Very cheap. Trust us, well, let's see here. Save time, probably one or two more, and then we'll get to the other things. So they just got a bunch of crap there from Trump. Trump threatens BRICS with tariffs over anti-U.S. agenda, allegedly. Really? They're still trying to push this two-state solution. Look at this shit. Let's see. Global push for Palestinian statehood renews debate over two-state solution. Jeez. Yeah, the Palestinians want to join the country that bombed them into oblivion. Not going to happen. A growing number of countries are announcing plans to recognize the Palestinian state, has stirred once again a debate over a two-state solution to end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. An independent Palestinian state living on peace side by side with Israel is the only way to end the decades-long conflict and ongoing Israel-Hamas war. A two-state solution conference was held in New York. This is the idea of bringing peace throughout the establishment of a Palestinian state alongside Israel and territory Israel captured in the 1967 Six-Day War that has long faced obstacles which have only grown over time. These include increasing Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank, primarily issues including borders, the fate of Palestinian refugees, and the status of Jerusalem. Again, a two-state solution is not going to happen because Israel never agreed to it, and the U.S. never agreed to it, and it's just this virtue signaling. This two-state solution proposed by the Oslo Accords was born out of a series of historical events after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Jews seeking a refuge from the European anti-Semitism, and claiming biblical ties to the land. The local Arab population both claimed the right to self-determination in historical Palestine. When the conflict broke out between the two groups, the UN proposed partitioning the territory into separate Jewish and Arab states. Jerusalem remained under international control, according to the proposition. Jewish leaders accepted the plan, which gave them 56% of the land. The Arab League rejected it.
I just want to interrupt for a second. It's now 6-0 Yankees. And also, I know I shouldn't mention it, but Marlins don't have a hit right now.
We'll see if that keeps up.
Yeah.
On May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence. The next day, 5 Arab nations launched an attack with forces from Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon. By the end of the war, Israel took control of 77% of the territory. The war until today is remembered as the Nakba, meaning catastrophe, because of the mass displacement of Palestinians and many becoming refugees in neighboring countries and Palestinian territories. Then in 1967 Six-Day War, Israel seized the West Bank, including East Jerusalem from Jordan and Gaza from Egypt. Today, 3.5 million Palestinians live as refugees in the region. 5.5 million resides in territories occupied by Israel since 1967, and 2 million are Israeli citizens. Despite recognition from 147 member states, Palestine is not a full UN member, leaving most Palestinians without recognized statehood. What would the two-state solution look like? Advocates of the two-state solution propose establishing a Palestinian state comprising the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, connected by a land corridor running through Israel. About 20 years ago, former Israeli and Palestinian negotiators outlined a detailed plan known as the Geneva Accord. The proposal included mutual recognition of the West Jerusalem's Jewish areas as Israel's capital and East Jerusalem's Arab areas with the capital of Palestine. As a capital of Palestine. It also envisioned a demilitarized Palestinian state. So this is the proposal initially, looks like. Under the plan, Israel will formally annex major settlement blocks while exchanging other land. Israeli settlers living in the areas designated as part of the future Palestinian state would be relocated. Blah, blah, blah. What does recognizing independent state mean? Recognition of the state is only symbolic, but it sends a clear message about the international community standing on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The world recognizing Palestinian state would mean that the rising proportion of international community wants to see commitment to national future for the Palestinians. And that even is Israel's closest allies believe that it's more in Israel's own interest than a future war of all sides. Blah, blah, blah. While dozens of other countries have recognized Palestinians' right to statehood, and major Western powers such as France and Canada has announced plans to do so at the UN General Assembly in September, its impact remains to be seen. I don't think that'll happen. I mean, I'd be shocked if Canada and the UK or France decided to recognize a Palestinian state. Meanwhile, the UK said it would do so in September unless Israel takes steps to ease the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and commit to a peace process. Even though the recognition would mark a significant accomplishment for the Palestinians, who believe that it confers international legitimacy on their struggle. Although 147 to 193 member states already recognize Palestine as a state, it is not itself a UN member, meaning most Palestinians are not recognized by the world body as citizens of any state. The UN General Assembly approved the de facto recognition of a sovereign state of Palestine in November 2012 by upgrading Palestinians' observer status in the world body to a non-member state from entity. The two-state solution possible? I don't think so. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I mean, there is no way a Palestinian state happens. Let's see. So, let's have... God, I'm losing my voice here, so just bear with me 1 second. Let's see. So, I'm just going... So, this is 8 years ago, by the way. Deanna Tororiki asked Bernie Sanders whether he supported a democratic one-state solution where Palestinians and Jews shared equal rights. Bernie Sanders rejected that idea because he wanted Israel to be a Jewish state. So this is 8 years ago when he ran for president, and
no, it was after his first term.
Okay, this is after his first run.
It's increasingly evident that hopes for a two-state solution are almost dead. At the same time, polls among Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza are showing that they're increasingly in favor of a one-state solution with equal rights for Israelis and Palestinians alike and equal citizenship. Is that something you believe could happen, or is that something you support?
No, I don't. I mean, I think if that happens, then that would be the end of the state of Israel. And I support Israel's right to exist.
Do you think a two-state solution is still viable?
Yes, I think if there is the political will to make it happen, and if there is good faith on both sides, I do think it's possible. And I think there has not been good faith, certainly on this Israeli government. And I have my doubts about parts of the Palestinian leadership as well.
It's increasing.
So there you go. I have my doubts about some of the Palestinian leadership. So I think you brought this up a few times, but let's go here. Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's a genocide in Gaza. Bernie Sanders. Genocide's a legal term, you know?
Doesn't mean... should probably play the clip and for those who may not know what the legal term he was mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
what's her name? The CNN woman.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here we go. This is from, you guys don't know what we're referring to here. This is from Caitlin Collins from her show. So, let's...
Well, you can do
Caitlin Collins kind of even like called him out.
You at the point yet where you would call what's happening in Gaza
This is like really low though.
You can use whatever word you want.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that she's got to go there.
I'm sorry. Look, genocide is a legal term. What is going
on? Fuck you. Genocide is a legal term. It's like, it's not real. No, it's legal. Legal mumbo jumbo, legalese. It doesn't matter. It's a legal term. It's not real. It's not happening right now. Bullshit.
Clearly, is absolutely horrific. 60,000 people dead.
Earl says YouTube won't let me say F Bernie.
But the important point is not what you call it.
They're trying to censor us.
And I think
let me go back a little bit because I talked over it.
Horrific. 60,000 people dead and 140,000.
I can't make it any higher though. So.
But the important point is not what you call it. It is horror. And I think the whole world knows that. The answer is, what the hell do we do about it? Should the United States taxpayers, should your taxpayer dollars go to support a government that is doing it? That is the most important issue. So immediately, you got to get ceasefire, you got to get humanitarian aid in, but the United States cannot continue to aid and abet the Netanyahu government doing what it's doing.
Do you want to see United States personnel on the ground?
I fucking hate it when he does that.
Aid? I mean, what is
he talks out of both sides of his mouth.
The United Nations has done...
No, the hand gestures.
Yeah, that too, but he's talking out of both sides of the mouth. He's saying, well, we shouldn't support the Netanyahu government, but, Israel's right to defend itself. And, genocide is a legal term. It's legalese, mumbo jumbo, only lawyers know what genocide means.
Like, I don't agree on genocide, but
Yeah. So that's, let's see here.
Just remember, Bernie was supposed to be our hero, our leader. He was supposed to shake things
At one
up.
point, yeah.
Nope, it was all a lie.
At one point, we all believed that. I mean, nearly anybody in the space, at one point believed in Bernie Sanders.
I mean, I believe Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
Of course.
So this is more virtue signaling from our Bernie Sanders. He puts out this video. Tony Aguilar is a retired Special Forces Green Beret who won a Purple Heart for his service to this country. He took a contract helping to distribute aid in Gaza. There he witnessed atrocities committed by using American taxpayer dollars. Please watch this important video. He doesn't say genocide, by the way. Look at all this. He just says atrocities committed by the Israeli government. So I'm not going to watch all 7 minutes of this, but we'll check out the beginning.
The distribution method, the delivery of aid, is not being done in line with American values.
20 Palestinians were killed while trying to get to food aid distribution sites.
My name is Tony Aguilar. I'm a retired Lieutenant Colonel Green Beret from service in the United States Army. I served for a career of 25 years. I've deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, in combat operations and numerous other operational deployments. So I spent a considerable amount of time in Gaza during my 45 days in Israel. I was under a contract by UG Solutions, which is the security apparatus under the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. I felt it was a noble cause. I felt it was a good mission to feed the people of Gaza. So I did sign up and go on the contract. The IDF gave us, SRS, UG, they gave us our marching orders. They told us which sites we would deliver from, when we would deliver, how much aid we would deliver, how much time we would stay on the site to deliver, what type of aid we would deliver. The IDF controlled and directed every aspect of the delivery of aid. From the very first day, distribution at Site 1 has been chaotic, pandemonium. The best way that I can describe how the Palestinians reach the site to receive aid is akin to the Hunger Games.
Which is a good comparison. I mean, if you win, you get to eat. If you don't, sorry, you gotta go hungry.
Survival of the fittest. Whomever can run the fastest and the furthest to get to the site first gets the aid. So those that are typically left with receiving no aid, no food, no type of aid are children, women, disabled. The sites themselves and
Earl says Bernie is Gilliam from Snowpiercer. Sorry. I've not seen that movie or series, so I don't get the reference, but I'm sure that's the case.
in terms of the process for having the Palestinians leave the distribution site was done through shooting at them, hitting them with pepper spray and tear gas, firing rubber bullets from shotguns at them. And this isn't something that happened just once or twice. This happened every day at every distribution, at every site. This is not hyperbole. This is not.
No, that's what happens. At every aid site, there's IDF just hanging around with snipers or even the military just shooting. Boom, 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 boom. Like, oh, you want food? No, you get bullets instead, and you'll like it. Fucking assholes.
Not Hamas propaganda. This is not Gaza Ministry of Health.
Yeah, that's I'm surprised Bernie. This is an official Bernie Sanders video, so he's like, I'm surprised he put this out.
Health saying it. It's me. I've seen it. The contractors on one occasion, on the 29th of May at site number 4, opened fire with his individually assigned weapon into the crowd, at their feet, over their heads, and into the crowd. As he did this, he celebrated what he was doing and he yelled, "Woohoo!" Then another contractor who was standing next to me said, "I think you got one." The contractor that was shooting then replied, "Hell yeah, boy."
Hell yeah, boy, I got a raghead. Assholes.
I took the video. I was there. I saw it. I watched it happen. The contractor that said, "Damn, I think you got one, man," was referring to a Palestinian man that fell to the ground and never got up. It's within my assessment that he was dead. And another incident on the 2nd of June at distribution site number 1, which is in the south in Rafah, I witnessed a UG contractor throw a stun grenade into the crowd. The metal fuse top of the stun grenade hit a Palestinian woman in the head, and she immediately dropped to the ground, lifeless and motionless.
Oh my God.
A donkey cart was brought onto the site to load her onto the donkey cart to remove her from the site at the direction of the SRS operational leadership. She was dead. This happened on the site. On the 28th of May, we submitted a report to the leadership of UGS and Safe Reach Solutions that site number 3 in particular was dangerous and that people would die if changes were not made. Those changes were not made. And on the 16th,
of course, because that's the intention. They want Palestinians dead, and I'm sure Witchy would say that a lot louder than I would.
of July, 20 people died.
I can already hear her
20
screaming.
Palestinians were killed Wednesday morning at its food distribution site in Khan Yunis.
Palestinians, human beings, trampled to death on a site that we could have prevented. Those deaths are on us as Americans. We're complicit in that. In the dozens of distributions that I was a part of at every site, not one time ever did I feel a threat, assess a threat, see a threat, never saw a weapon, never saw a gun. The fire, the actual small arms fire that we received on the locations at times came from the IDF in our location. The entire city of Rafah has been razed to the ground, so there is no civilian population around the sites. They have to travel 8 to 12 kilometers one way.
Well, we get the point. You know, it's just brutal. You know, just,
I want to see. Wait. Go back. I want to see the replies. See if they're calling out Bernie still.
Oh, hold on. Let me get. He's a disgrace, fired loser, and nobody will work with him. That's an Israeli. That's an Israeli supporter there. It's Hamas who started it. Blah 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 blah. He's a disgruntled, fired employee doing a media tour to reform.
He's calling out Bernie for. Okay, here we go.
This is somebody posted a Caitlin Johnstone thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene called it a genocide for Bernie Sanders. Marjorie Taylor Greene called it a genocide for Bernie Sanders. Yeah, she just repeats it over. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Nothing on the hostages still being held. Is that an atrocity? Why would our tax dollars go to support this? It's not a video I think I want to play. You can just, it's over and over again. You can show how disgruntled guy got fired and threatened by GHF for his job back and claims he's an honest broker. He hasn't seen anything like this in any other Middle Eastern war zone in modern time. Most journalists aren't even allowed to document it. He went on Tucker Carlson too.
Tucker Carlson is more into it than Bernie.
Yeah, he went on Tucker Carlson's show to discuss what he saw at Gaza. Tony Aguilar, yeah, so it's mostly attacking this guy as a fired. He's angry and got fired. I support you, Bernie, but this man is a disgruntled employee, and so is his testimony. He's not going to be accurate. Blah blah blah. You know, so you get the point. You know, they are like some of them calling out Bernie, but a lot of them seems like kind of like saying, "Oh, well, he's disgruntled." Anyways, before we go, I wanted to Jackson posted this. Trump on the Epstein files. I want to release everything. I just don't want people to get hurt. So now he's backpedaling. So, oh yeah, I want to release everything. Whoops. Trust me. So let's some Newsmax. It'll play. I have to reload it. Hold on. I didn't want to play this. Well, I think my internet's now having issues because it won't play this. Let me try. Let me try doing this one more time. Let's see. No, that probably won't play for some reason. But now all of a sudden he's saying that he wants to release the Epstein files. I just don't want people to get hurt. What does that mean? Is he worried about his friends? Is he worried about himself? Is he worried about? I don't know what he's worried about.
I want to release the Epstein files, but I don't want to release the Epstein.
Yeah, he goes back. He talks out of both sides of his mouth, depending of who's interviewing him. If the person talking to him wants the Epstein file released, he'll go like, "Yeah, I want to release everything." If somebody, if there's some other media members like, "I don't want to release any of it," like, it depends who he's talking to at that moment. True Seeker says, "I thought there were no files." He says, "Dudes on the list." Let's see, transparency.
What the?
Fair enough. To err is human, but forgiveness the key to higher level humanity, as far as I can see. It's like, come on, dude. First he blows it off. Now he wants it. Maxwell has to sit down with Bondi before the announcement. Here he is on the Epstein flight logs. The jet has a bedroom in the back. So let's see. Point to.
Remember, it was all a hoax. It was started by the Clintons, the Bidens, the Obamas.
Yeah. I don't see Trump's name on this. I mean, this is a bunch of gibberish to me.
Yeah,
I don't see Trump's name on this, even though he claims that Trump's on the Epstein fight logs. But looks like it's a bunch of initials. Unless, let's see, it's DJT, Down John Trump. Looks like there's initials.
Oh,
here.
I see. If you look on the right side, if you look at the date where it says 17. Move where it says 17 to the left.
Oh.
Go up.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
And now move to the right. Keep going. See where it says Trump right there?
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. It says Trump. So yeah, he's on the flight log. So he's definitely on at least one flight. All right. Well, yeah. To be fair, he's on the list. Release everything. This is what we voted for. Transparency. A lot of the MAGA right really wants these files released, but Trump is like just talking out of both sides of his mouth here. Classic Trump move, sounding transparent while keeping the suspense alive. Release it all, let the truth speak for itself. He flip-flops every 5 minutes on this. Exactly. I think one reason for the delay is to give people time to get their affairs in order. Maybe it'll affect a lot of people in their lives and families, so have a huge ripple effect. Yeah, I don't think he cares about that. I just think he's trying to protect either Epstein being a part of Mossad or himself or his rich buddies. Like, I don't know. That's more likely. Looking forward to the announcement of release date.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
Can you believe him? Oh my God, they keep getting fooled.
Yeah. Earl says Israel's a virus. I 100% agree. Translation: I want to leak the tea, but not if it spills on my homies. He's trying to protect his friends. Is what he's saying. Elite pedos should be punished. I'm sure Witchy would agree, and I agree too. Nobody would get hurt. Yeah, so there you go. Trump is now claiming that he wants to release. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And I would assume that was why he was there. I want to release everything. I just don't want people to get hurt. You can't have people associated. First of all, the files were run by some very bad people and very sick people like Comey. And,
very bad, very sick
Lisa,
people.
The whole group, all those people in that office, they ran those files for 4 years.
Shut the fuck up!
They were going to use the files.
Yeah,
they would have used it before my election. Because unless they're stupid, which to a certain extent they are stupid.
You're saying they would have released the information.
Well, they had the files.
election.
They control the files.
Yes.
I didn't control the files. They control the files.
Wait,
for
did he
4
say
years.
he don't control the files? He's the president.
They control the files. They control the files for 4 years. So if they had something, they would have released it before the election.
Oh, he's talking about the Biden administration. They had the files for 4 years. If they had something, they would have released it. So why don't you release it and show? Yeah, I didn't do anything. I mean, it's, but why don't you release it then?
So if they had something, they would have released it before the election, because they are not geniuses, but they're evil. Right. There are a lot of evil.
Right. Newsmax reporters. Oh yeah, you're right. Always right, Mr. President. I'm not even going to challenge you on that. So, yeah. So we're gonna wrap up there.
Remember when I said it was 6-0 Yankees?
Well,
it's now 6-4.
Well, it's only a matter of time before the Yankees stumble and fall flat on their faces. Hopefully, they can win this game, and stop the bleeding. But yeah.
For some reason, Carlos Rodon melted down in the fifth.
Shit. Witchy DM'd me saying there might be storms in the area, which is what's causing our internet outages. But that's the thing with internet, though. They shouldn't, we're the United States of America, and you're telling me that we can't have consistent internet access? Because it happens to me. As soon as the storm here, my internet goes out. That's why I'm like, oh shit, I hope I can do the show because it's going to rain. Yeah. Or my electric's going to go out. We can't have good infrastructure in this country. Our infrastructure from the 1950s, and everything is computers and AIs and stuff like that. We need updated infrastructure. But, whatever money spent on infrastructure is usually wasted by multiple, people. So, yeah, I don't know how we're going to update our infrastructure for the 1950s. Vince McMahon's evil mustache says, I have never seen any of these people. Trump can't shut his fucking mouth. Yeah, true. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there this week. We're past 9 o'clock and my back is bothering me. So, the shitty chair I have here. So, make sure you like and subscribe. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm trying to raise money for a new laptop so I don't have to keep borrowing this laptop to do my shows. My link's in the description box below. If you guys can donate, I will thank you very much and be eternally grateful to you. And no pro wrestling talk this weekend because me and Witchy watching SummerSlam. There's 2 nights, so we'll review SummerSlam next Saturday after that, which I believe is the 8th. Hold on, let me see. The 9th. So we'll be back August 9th to review SummerSlam, both nights. So, yeah, make sure you check that out. We'll be back in Angel.
Watch my videos that day as well, or not?
I don't know. I mean, I have to let you know because me, Witchy, and I'm sure David will be a part of that. There's a lot. If Cody turns heel, as the rumor is, we'll definitely have a lot to discuss that day. I hope not. That makes no sense, but we'll see. I'll let you know if we able to get the clips or not on the 9th.
Well, how would he turn heel when he's facing Cena? How would that work out?
It just happened where Cena claims that is the old Cena's back, the babyface Cena's back, and the fans cheered. So that happened on SmackDown.
Sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I have a lot to say about that. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, too bad we're not doing the show this weekend. But what? That literally just happened. I saw it here while scrolling through X. Like, what? That makes no sense. It's like, I think you're starting to be right. It's like Triple H doesn't know what he's doing. Vince McMahon's evil mustache also says the Yankees can suck my dick. Earl says,
who do you cheer for? Who do you cheer for, Vince McMahon evil mustache? Who do you cheer for?
I think he's just trolling us. I don't think he really cares, but yeah. So if you're still there, just let us know. But I'm going to start wrapping up now. So make sure you do all those things. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications on my channel and INN's channel as well, so you don't miss all our content. Also do that for the INN the Ocho channel because that's where we do pro wrestling talk. That's next the 9th though, not this weekend. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe out there. If you're gonna do barbecues or picnics, don't drink too much and all that good stuff. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next Friday for Angel in the Afternoon.